What up, guys? Deep3 here again, and we're going to do a Pokemon Unite game update 8-16 rundown. The patch dropped yesterday. I saw some meta changes already, so we're going to let you guys know all of that's going down. So, first things up, as usual, the bug fixes, the text fixes, and the shop updates. I've seen different items in the rotation already, so if you haven't checked that out, hey, maybe get some more swag over there. As usual, we have our patch changes. First one on the block is going to be Crustle. He's got a buff to Stealth Rock and Rock Tomb, both the abilities that he never uses or no one else uses. Shell Smash and X Scissor are the most popular abilities in the game for that character. Hopefully we see a change here as the cooldown is reduced, damage is increased on both Stealth Rock and on the Rock Tomb. So, might be useful, might be viable for him to play a trapping ranged build now. Hopefully that will be the case. We'll see. Garchomp, it's getting a lot of big buffs here. Movement speed changed. Thank you for the ambiguity. Pokemon Unite. Bulldoze damage increased, and the Dragon Rush ability has its cooldown reduced. So you're going to see a lot more Garchomp flavor of the week. Slowbro, Surf duration of effects on opposing Pokemon decreased. What that means is the stun isn't going to stun for as long, so those of you who like to abuse Surf Plus for the triple stun, expect to have a window to, at least flash out of it if you're the other person. So there's that. Scald, getting a huge buff there. I don't know the number exactly, and it says it's a bug fix as well, so I'm assuming it's going to be a huge damage buff to Slowbro. So expect more Scald plays. Snorlax, the big boy on the block who is pretty much S tier in every single game up for the last 3 weeks, is now finally getting a nerf. Heavy slam damage dealt to opposing Pokemon decreased. Block, duration of effects of opposing Pokemon decreased. It's the same treatment as Surf on Slowbro. You cannot perma-stun them against the wall. There's actually a window in which you can eject out unless you have them perfectly up against the wall for an infinite chain. Flail, move upgrade, assuming that upgrade is going to be increased damage the lower the health is on Snorlax. And the Pokemon Unite power move, Power Nap, HP restoration decreased. Not sure if this is the actual total health being regenerated or the regeneration speed. I'm assuming it's the total, because if you were using this at 10% HP, you'd be at full HP. So good nerfs all around. I know I was abusing Snorlax quite a bit and it was way too easy. So hopefully there's going to be other tank options that are going to be better than Slowbro, or I hope that damage dealers are nerfed down. Either way, getting everything back in line. Greninja, Smokescreen is getting a move downgrade. Cooldown lengthened. Very frustrating ability to play against, especially in the early game, because you can't even hit him if you're within the Smokescreen at melee range. So if you're a Machamp, if you're some melee character that gap closes on him like a Zeraora and then he Smokescreens out, it's like you're stuck on an island. You don't know how many people are surrounding you. So this is a good change. Water Shuriken, cooldown reduced, damage dealt to opposing Pokemon increased. I don't understand this change. It was already a very strong ability, and now it's getting another little buff here. So expect more Greninja players existing in the game, and maybe in every single game now, because he's probably on his way up to S tier with these changes. Double Team cooldown reduced. This is to make it more competitive as a choice versus Smokescreen. Honestly, they're both basically the same. No one gets fooled by the clones though, so I like the cooldown reduction there to make it more of a better pick, or a different type of pick. Honestly, you pick the one that's gonna get you away and get you gap closing more often. Wigglytuff, Unite, Starlight Recital is getting a bug fix. They didn't tell us what they're changing on it. Thanks a lot, Pokemon Unite again. Bug fixes across the board here, all the way down to our battle items, which is finally getting some changes. So, eject button, stat decrease. So I'm going to assume that is going to be the distance in which you can eject is going to be shortened. I checked online on the game recently. Cooldowns were not touched at all. So by stats, it's going to has to be the distance. Goal Getter, stat increases. That's going to be the rate in which you can dunk your points. So the more points you have, the faster it will dunk. We don't know the percent speed increase for this, but again, verified it on the game. It's still going to be a 2-minute cooldown on Goal Getter as an ability. Fluffy Tail, this is a huge change as well. Stat increases. It's going to be the percent damage dealt to PvE creeps. So, again, this is a very specified change towards the junglers to give them an option to use that instead and increase their clear time. Right now, I still don't think it's going to be viable, though. Unless the creeps can spawn faster, I don't see a real reason to get a Fluffy Tail. You can do a 4 creep rotation, hit level 5, and, you know, you don't even need to use one of these. Actually, the only situation I can see in which it being used is for a very early gank. You know, you can clear the first cap extra fast, then you can get to a lane to gank. But if you do that, you won't have eject. So if you fail on that gank, you're stuck on an island getting counter ganked. So it's a double-sided thing there. I don't see it being used for a little bit still. X attack is getting a stat increase, increased damage for a short duration, so that's good. It's never used, so I don't understand why this got a buff, but X speed didn't get a buff. X speed is never used either, and that item or ability is just straight garbage. So hopefully they do a change there as well. Overall, I am happy with the buffs and nerfs across the board. Expect Garchomp to be spiking in popularity. He still has the same weaknesses in early game, so make sure to abuse all those people that think they could just play it suddenly. Snorlax is going to be a decrease in popularity. I think he's still a very strong A. He could easily still be S because he is very clearly the best tank in the game. And Slowbro is an interesting one. He's probably going to stay the same. Honestly, he's the duration of the effect has decreased on him, but he still serves the same purpose of canceling people, and that's what you use him for. And as for Crustle, I don't know if people will really play Stealth Rock and Rock Tomb as a build. I think it's possible in a 5s game if you're comboing it with Venusaur and Sludge Bombing him in that little crevice as well. You could do some interesting things there. But in solo queue, Stealth Rock's Rock Tomb does not seem like a great option unless your team can coordinate properly. So keep your eyes out for that. I still believe X-Scissor is a much stronger ability with its triple swipe stun overall. If you guys like this little rundown, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. What is your favorite change? Gonna do these rundowns every time they come out. So, hey, you get something, I get something. All right. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to go play some more. Peace.